Let the words of my mouth, the meditations of my heart, the stewardship of these hands be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, our strength and our Redeemer. Hey, everybody. Thank you for stopping by, checking up on us. This was unannounced. I didn't know I was going to be sitting in front of the camera today, but I want to have just a couple of words to say before another week escaped by. How about that? Another thing I thought about as well as we have astronomical events taking place as well as astrological events taking place this week. So I don't know where everybody's mind is going to be. So I'm gonna get out of everybody's way. How about that? So before I go any further, I have a song, and y'all know me. I'm setting my frequency. How about that? When you hear me singing a song, or I'm laying a foundation before I get started, because I want to hear from above what He has for me to give you all. How about that? Life is more than this, so much more than that. Life is more than this, so much more than that. Life is more than this, so much more than that. Life is so much, so much, so much more. Life is more than this, so much more than that. Life is more than this, so much more than that. Life is more than this, so much more than that. Life is so much, so much, so much more. Your life is more than this, so much more than that. Your life is more than this, so much more than that. Your life is more than this, so much more than that. Your life is so much, so much, so much more. And because it's so early and we're working from home, I'm going to try to moderate myself on this Sunday morning. The official welcome begins here. Ha! Let's begin. As I was telling my counterpart, I typically, the idea of putting my head down, reading a passage of scripture and all of that, I don't want it to become habit. But on this particular morning, because of what came to me, I wanted to kind of lay a foundation of where I'm going. And hopefully those that are hearing me will understand why I had to lay this foundation first before I began. But it's not something I regularly want to do. And hopefully whatever I say now will benefit someone, because that's the goal. And again, the last video, I said that some people, they just go, make possibility of going in the direction that they went. It could be money, it could be prestige, it could be fame, it could be all of that. But if I believe I'm correct, Renee, I think it was Samuel. I'm probably more like when Samuel was being called, he was ducking down. They said he was tall, he was head and shoulders above the rest. I'm the one that would have been doing this when the call came. And in fact, I said in one video, when I heard the direction, I got a broad outline of what direction to go. And I said, are you sure? I'm not playing when I say what I say. If y'all knew all the details, then you say, I want to hear more. But one step at a time, everybody, one step at a time. This is what I have on today. It's from Isaiah, the 43rd chapter. And it's actually verses 1 to 7, but I'm not going to do it all. At your convenience, you do it. Some of you probably already know what it is, but I'm going to read starting from the, let's see, 4th verse. Isaiah 43, 4 through I'll go to 7. Since thou wast precious in my sight. Anybody feeling precious this morning? I am. What about you, Renee? Since thou wast precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee. Therefore will I give men for thee and people for thy life. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far and my daughters from the ends of the earth, even everyone that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him, yea, I have made him. I want to repeat verses 5 and 6. I'll do 7 again also. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far and my daughters from the ends of the earth, even every one that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him, yea, I have made him. These are the words from, I'm going to say, Creator God, the master of the universe, if you'll allow me to go in that direction, the Great Spirit. That's the foundation I'm going to lay, and I'm about to break down what came to mind. But before I go there, I remember, and you'll understand why in a few minutes. There's no doubt in my mind you'll understand why I'm getting ready to go where I'm going. Back in the day, Renee, when we lived in Chicago, in Roseland, I don't know if you were a real participant at that particular time, but I know a lot of the guys, and there were a couple of females out during this period of time. And this is when we weren't playing games like we do now. Video games I'm talking about, on the phones or the little things. We weren't doing that before as much. You had some of those things, the cartridges you and blow them out and stick them in the machine. You had those. And then we had the game room machines, that period of time when I was helping a retail record shop open up. I was with them about a year. So some of the music from the 80s, that's why I know that pretty well from working there. But in the back room, they had Pac-Man. They had, Asteroids and, things of that. So we had that. But I digress. What I'm getting at is during that period of time, we would find ourselves doing things organically to pass time away. And one of the events that we did was we played hide and go seek. I said I was going to be quiet. Y'all just talk about me later. Now we grown. We ain't kids. We like teenagers, well into the years. I think I might have been out of the teenage by that time, but we would play hide and go seek on a gargantuan scale. So, and it happened organically. That's what made it more fun. So we'd be out there, and I don't know if I can give you a visual of the layout. For example, there was 111th Street all the way to 115th Street. That would be like the north and south boundary. And then from east to west, I don't know if it was almost Palmer Park down the hill, almost to the other side, and there would be a number of us playing, but the game was called hide and go seek. And again, what made it fun is it happened organically, because I found in later events like that, if we tried to plan, it didn't work out as much and it wasn't as fun.